Welcome to Quantum Comics Presents, the YouTube channel that always knows when to face front, true believer. I'm your host, Bodie Morningway. This is Quantum Comics, your friendly neighborhood comic book store where adventure awaits. Now, it's been a little while since I've made one of these videos, primarily because I've been really sick. Yeah, that nasty flu has got your good friend Bodie real good. But luckily, I'm all better now. So let's jump right into some awesome comic book news. All right, so today I want to do storylines. Primarily some ones that you may have missed in the last little while. But luckily, I'm here to let you know these are still here and really, really awesome. So, to start off with, let's take a look at Marvel Comics 2-in-1, The Thing, and Human Torch. It is up to issue number 2, and check out this awesome Fantastic Four number 1 homage. Homage? Let's go with homage. That sounds better. Awesome stuff. Absolutely awesome. So, the primary purpose of this is that The Thing and Johnny Storm, who are still active in the Marvel Universe, have no idea really what happened to Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, and their kids, because after the last big Secret War crossover, they were missing and presumed dead. So, of all people, Dr. Doom comes to Ben Grimm, aka The Thing, and tells him that he's found this bizarre orb that only The Thing's DNA will open. So, after a bit of a scuffle, because Doom and The Thing, they don't like each other. They've had years and years of backfighting and all this other crazy stuff. And really, why would you trust Dr. Doom? Hello, it's right in the name, Dr. Doom. Not very trustworthy. Anyways, so The Thing opens it up, and it's a message from Reed telling him that it's of paramount importance that he and Johnny not just while away their lives and do absolutely nothing with it. They need to be the cool-ass adventurers that they always have been. So, he basically tells The Thing to live your life, and that is a life of adventure. Meanwhile, Johnny Storm's powers seem to be fading. He can't flame on long enough anymore. And it just... He shuts himself down, which is very bad for him because he loves being the Human Torch, right? So he's basically doesn't have a whole lot going for him. The Thing sees that and gets him into this idea that Reed sent him a different message, one detailing that, hey, we're alive somewhere, come find us. So The Thing uses that bit of a lie, but it might actually be true, in order to get Johnny to start adventuring again and live his life while he's still got it, right? This is a very important lesson for everybody. Always live your life while you've still got it, because you never know when you won't. So, it's an awesome romp through a lot of the history of the Fantastic Four, and we're only up to issue number 2. Really good stuff. Come check it out. DC has got a bunch of brand new superheroes that they're telling stories of. One that I really enjoyed was Damage. Now, we still have issues of this on the shelf, and it's a really classic storyline influenced by old classic Hulk stories. Basically, the guy turns into a big monster and the military's after him. But this time, he's also working for the military. So it's got a few slight twists and turns. And of course, it ends up with Amanda Waller finding out about this Damage creature. Strangely enough, she doesn't like it, and she's going to send the Suicide Squad after him. That's right. Got awesome artwork by Tony Daniel. Really great stuff. Let's see if you can have a look at some of this. Really awesome stuff. Awesome action and some intriguing mystery, because he can only stay as Damage for an hour, which is very similar to what they were doing with the Red Hulk in US Avengers. But in addition to that, there's another guy that wanted to become Damage that really doesn't like that this dude has become Damaged, and they have a bit of a throwdown. Great stuff. Great stuff. So, Phoenix Resurrection. This is a 5-issue limited series that just finished. As you can see, we've got all 5 issues right here. I have just read this, and it is absolutely incredible. Not only does it bring back an awesome character, Jean Grey, but it really takes you on a tour, much like the Marvel 2-in-1, of past X-Men villains, past X-Men storylines, especially those related to the Dark Phoenix, which of course is the entity that possessed Jean Grey way back when she possibly would have died in a nasty shuttle return accident from outer space. You know, awesome comic book stuff. But the art is really good, even though they do switch artists up a little bit, which I never like it when they do. But luckily, they keep it close enough that it's not too jarring to your eyes. You know, like some stories are just ridiculous when they do that. Every single issue is a new artist and it just completely throws you off. It's terrible. But you've got great covers, including one lenticular one. A couple by Lionel Francis Yu, who's a really good artist. Really great stuff. Really, really good stuff. And, of course, with Jean Grey, you've got the X-Men, who suspect that they're coming back, that she's coming back, and they try to find her. But there's all these other bizarre things happening. Like, there's other dead X-Men that keep showing up in this shared kind of illusion that Jean Grey is having. And it's a really mind-twisty, intriguing, and engaging storyline that I highly recommend. So, Suicide Squad, which I mentioned earlier, has had a really fun storyline called The Secret History of Task Force X, sometimes called Task Force 10. I prefer X personally, probably because I'm an X-Men fan and I just think X is the coolest letter around, right? So, this is basically a secret history of the previous Task Force X, which apparently served under the Truman administration and then stopped a whole bunch of alien incursions, and they ended up having this big, massive prison-type cell within the moon, hidden in one of the craters on the dark side of the moon, so it's not readily seen anywhere. And of course, Waller and her Suicide Squad get mixed up, primarily because Waller sends them after this information that she wants, and Waller wants information because she doesn't have it, and she doesn't really care who she has to sacrifice in order to get it. That is your typical Amanda Waller, and this is your awesome Suicide Squad romp through space. Great stuff. Awesome stuff. Highly recommend that one as well. Finally, you may have heard in the comic book world that Brian Michael Bendis, who has been an integral part of Marvel Comics for the last 15, 20 years, all sorts of big storylines, epic story events, everything, is moving to DC. This is his final Marvel comic, Defenders #9, and he goes out with a bang. It's a very good storyline. Defenders has been a really interesting read. It takes everything that made the show really interesting and puts it into a comic book medium. So great artwork, and of course Bendis is known for putting, every time you see a police station in a Bendis comic, he has some kind of weird running dialogue for the last little while. And in his final one, he actually puts himself into there with the caption of, "A 17-year running gag is not easy to pull off." That's all that he's done in the last 17 years. Every time there's a police station, there's something like that. And he sometimes even mentions stuff happening in DC Comics, in pop culture. It's actually quite brilliant. It's really well done. But that is just a small taste of some of the awesome stories that are waiting for you right here at your friendly neighborhood comic book store, Quantum Comics. So come on down, and I'll see you guys next time.